Alright, hello again, and we are continuing with the second island with the shadow wizard who has the annoying habit to keep casting whirlwind on our air units, and additionally we of course made sure that we have services of the Ferras the mech master in the previous battle, in the previous stream yesterday, so we now can additionally research mechanical units. As we can see here we do have access to mechanical units in some categories, and change the research costs a bit so that we get a bit more money to spend actually on acquiring troops. And we should most probably, as we already in the previous stream upgraded and acquired troops down to pretty much using all the gold, so, and also got now a mechanical unit now that they are available. They are pretty nice otherwise comparatively, but there is the issue with them that they actually do not heal between battles like usual units. For that you additionally need someone who knows how to repair them, in addition to knowing how to make them, which is only in the next island we do have the possibility to acquire the engineer who actually can repair mechanical units. So for this island they are more or less like disposable in the respect that you have to buy a new one, but they are comparatively also slightly cheaper than mortal units, so in that respect it's still a fair trade-off mostly. And now we have two options to go either for the Broken Fang Pass or the Forest of the Weeping Wind, both of which, considering the earlier Veil of Sorrow, also sound really like pleasant places. I do think we can first try how it would go in the Forest of the Weeping Wind. The Council of Five has received warning that Aelcar the Shadow Wizard is attempting to set up an ambush as you pass through the Forest of the Weeping Wind. Those forces must be crushed before they penetrate behind your lines, so of course we then need to deal with them. Alright. So, do we have only one deployment zone? Yes. So, let's deploy here. And then we have the air units to deploy, and the siege engine we got in the previous battle also. And let's end deployment. And start moving out a bit. This should be quite easy to move to, but let's see if there is any. Apparently no ambush, so we took the fine town of Town. Not very creative naming in this map. Quite unopposed, so we should otherwise concentrate troops elsewhere, moving towards the fine town of Town. This map creator clearly has not put too much effort to place names in comparison. Alright, now we are also seeing some opposition in the fine town of Town. Let's move the siege engine out a bit too, and then some should move towards the town up here, also very imaginatively called Town. let's try to scout that with the air unit. Alright, and I think everything has moved. Yes, conclude turn. And then the usual whirlwind 9, ouch. Right, that was pretty heavy attacking. Alright, let's try to turn the tide a bit, so let's move the siege engines and shoot at something. For example, these are already doing a bit worse, so let's shoot at them. Alright. That went a bit better for us, certainly. And also here they seem to have pretty good amount of defenders. Let's move the air unit to rest after the whirlwind, like the whirlwind is kind of unpleasant because the shadow wizard seems to really like casting the whirlwind. That went pretty well, 8 damage immediately. Defensive fire kind of helped, but let's attack the archer too. Good, we drove the archer off, so there will be less defensive fire. We can also use force march with the pikemen, so we get a bit further. We still had the dragon lord to use, so let's see if we can get rid of the skeletons with the dragon lord. That went quite well too. And conclude turn. That was pretty good also from the artillery. Let's rest these and attack with the mechanical unit. Also pretty nice. As it can be seen, the quantity of troops has increased quite a bit compared to the earlier two. There are like quite a few units more. Let's also rest because that's broken, and move these back to rest. And keep attacking here, preferably with the archers first. pikemen are rather effective for heavy infantry. And our air unit still at least remains, so let's rest them and hope the whirlwind doesn't again hit them, which seems to be kind of a recurring theme. And do you think everything has moved? Yes, conclude turn. And fortunately the dragon took the whirlwind again. Defensive fire helps. Alright, let's see. Let's attack the skirmisher. That didn't go very well. Rest here. And let's shoot. Most probably should move the chariot to rest. Would like to keep attacking these because they are broken. Let's attack with the dragon also. That went quite well. Here we can attack the slingers with quite a few units. That's up to 12, so we can probably move to attack the crewmen. Fortunately that is not like a target village, so we are not in trouble even if it gets taken, so we do not have to be too concerned about this. Would be nice to be able to get rid of it for good, but do not think that we'll have troops immediately. Let's see if we can yeet the spellcasters. The archer is going to give return fire, but let's try. Yeah, that went pretty well. Now we can attack the archer and later move the rear of these hopefully. Let's conclude turn and see how that goes. Alright, that was good with the defensive fire. Let's move and shoot at the spellcasters. Apparently, especially with archers. Resting these be used? Yes, so let's rest. The mech is not very useful because it can't rest. That didn't go too well, but we'll buy another one. Let's rest this. And see if we can get rid of the skeletons here. Quite. Should rest these next turn. Alright. These should rest. These can attack. Then we have these two here. let's rest this now and attack with this. Pretty good, except let's move this to rest too. Then that's pretty alright. Still, let's move that in and attack the archer. And rest these two here. This is only 2 short, so let's move that also in here and rest the pikeman. And also rest the pikeman here, and these won't gain more from resting, so let's ground attack the ogress. That didn't go too well. Oh well. And I believe that concludes the turn. That was pretty good damage also. Let's get rid of the spellcasters and rest. Much better. This has rested, so we can attack again. This needs to rest. And here we can rest these and move the attack with the pikeman and the sergeant. And rest these. The ground attack didn't work very well. Do these gain none from resting, so let's move out with them. And also move these. Alright. That concludes the turn. Fireball, 2 damage, alright. 8, ouch. Damage, pretty nice. This we can rest immediately. Good. That was good. He did those for good, and we can also probably go for these and move further towards the fine town of Town. Somehow it seems they put less effort into this scenario overall, like it only has towns named Town. Somehow this scenario got much lesser effort. Let's move these to rest and move the heavy cavalry in. We can also keep going for these here. Wow, that was efficient from the dragon. Now the chariot can finish them. No problem, yes. Then here we have a couple of units. So let's try to get rid of the archers. do these gain from resting? Yes. These don't, so let's move after the ogre. And also rest the officer. And that concludes this turn. The ogress didn't do too well with the pikemen. Let's take the fine town of town and move further. Rest these. Maybe, yes, got rid of the tree folk there also. Still have the single archer there, but not much that could move. And the ogress here, still not much luck with the ground combat. Alright, enemy of first to surrender, yes, please. Alright, continued success enables Council of 5 to make additional resources available to you, including 150 gold. Some is spent on research. Very good, so now we can get a few more troops and such with the 92 gold. We may now buy 6 units, so that comes handy. We didn't lose much else than one cavalry and the mechanical unit, so in that respect not too bad situation at all. So let's see about getting more units then. So most probably, considering the gold situation and what we mostly have fully upgraded, we could upgrade these to chariots, but let's save first in place of most probably the beginning, or we still have save slots, so let's put here. There we go, so we can go back if we really decided poorly on how to spend on troops. So let's see about that. Pikemen are kind of expensive. We could also upgrade this to chariot. And buy maybe one more swordsmen and couple of the mechanical units for quite cost effective. And we also now do have mechanical cavalry, but it's kind of not comparatively much more effective. But the good side here is also with the kind of mechanical thing with different weapons, that it actually costs only half of or less than half of heavy cavalry, but it has still 7 attack and 15 armor compared to 11. So in that respect it's actually pretty nice deal. Though long-term investment is better to actually invest in the heavy cavalry. And then we have 10 gold left, so we can buy preferably comparatively one more of these, and then we have almost full army again. Now we have 3 options on the map, so we can either attack Rolmir, Sundered Plains, or Cape Havoc. I do faintly remember Cape Havoc may have made the other ones easier, so let's actually go to Cape Havoc, because I believe they are bringing more troops from the other islands through here. So let's go to Cape Havoc. The Council of Five has received word that Aelcar received reinforcements from the Shadow Lord that were on their way to King Traga. The reinforcements are flooding into the continent at Cape Havoc and are threatening to surge past our lines into the Sundered Plains. Obliterating Aelcar's reinforcements here will destroy any hopes he may have had of mounting an attack against our rear positions. So this would be of course a good idea tactically to deal with the reinforcements. Let's see. Here we had first time the 2 different places for deployment, so this will take some effort to divide the troops. This upmost one is not very useful though, because there's only the Homart's circle, and then it's actually very long way to Croydon, so in that respect it would be useful to do more with the lowermost. Let's deploy some troops here so they can take at least the circle and then move towards the center, and most of troops here, because there's the road also, so it's faster to move from there. Let's add a bit of cavalry here also. Preferably put the siege engine a bit more to the front, so we can actually move it out faster and conclude deployment. Let's see if we can already shoot. Not quite yet. Alright, defensive fire. And here we can pretty much scout some also with the dragon. Apparently this is undefended even. So let's take it next turn. And do think everything moved? Yes, so conclude turn and fireball. That didn't do fortunately too much. The serpent riders pretty much took it. They attacked and so let's see if we can get rid of them quick. Yeah. Let's attack the archer here. Good. In defensive. Actually no defensive fire in this case, but right, flying monkeys. Yeah, they have nice bat wings even actually, pretty nice in that respect. And here we do also have troops towards Croydon. Let's take the circle here and see what we get. Group of green dragons join your army. Yay, we have more air capability going forward. Alright, some use with the, at least we can scout nicely with the air units and can later fight maybe the flying monkeys also. Alright, and let's move. Alright, these should move to rest really. Anything else? Alright, and conclude turn. Whirlwind. Alright, only 4 damage. Now that was lucky. Ouch. Considering what Sky Hunters cost. The air units are kind of annoyingly expensive. Otherwise we are doing pretty well, because mostly the attacker only took damage in those attacks. Alright, let's move, and not quite able to shoot at something. Alright. These should move to rest. These should rest. Could get also rid of those, so that's also good. And then we have the troops up here. And then we have the air component, so let's attack the serpent griffins because they are bombardiers, so usually that didn't go quite as well as it could, but quite nice still. Alright, do think mostly all has moved. Alright, what are these doing here? Let's try to deal with them later. right, it seems that the computer can buy units because they took the town, so kind of need to do something about that. That didn't go too well, so let's try more. 10. That's pretty good. Alright, so let's move and attack. Alright, and we need to retake this with time. Alright, these should move to rest really. Let's attack the Bombardier rather than the Sky Hunter. Both took 0, still they retreated, though we need to bring a bit more troops here probably in a while. Let's see. And whirlwind. The flying monkeys are surprisingly powerful. Alright, here we have no major issue now, so let's rest these and otherwise move out. Here we then need to try and retake the town, so let's start with an artillery volley. And rest these. Fortunately no more need to move more troops here because we can take this, so they can't buy more troops in this town, which is kind of sometimes unfortunate that you like let them take up the town and then the AI is actually able to buy as many troops as they want there apparently. The AI cheats a little in this game. Not terribly much compared to some games, but the AI still cheats somewhat. These can already move on to the road. And anything else to move? Yes, this should move most probably like the rest. As also this, but these can keep on pushing. And these can rest. And conclude turn. And the usual whirlwind. And the raven spawn is being taken soon. Here we can now take this, so we won't have more trouble with them buying units behind us. That didn't go too well. Let's also shoot at them. Move these further too. Let's see if we can take the altar. Anything else to move? These should rest. Would preferably also rest Malric, so let's move him the same way and rest this back up to 14, fortunately. And conclude turn. Fireball, 0 damage. Fortunately he can cast only one spell per turn, so it's alright that he won't be casting like both Fireball and Whirlwind. Good, so now we can move and take that over, and we are done here, so we can start moving these upwards, because nothing else remains down here. These should rest first. Alright. Good, we can get some resources up here. And can rest Malric, and now we can also attack the bomber. This should withdraw to rest. Actually Filestone has been taken again, so also here we have the problem that they actually took the village again. Good, got rid of those, so these can move to be more useful next turn also. This will be again a bit of an issue, but we have troops available from elsewhere, so it's mostly a matter of moving them in time. And whirlwind. Not good. Let's rest these again and rest these. Here we can move in. We should rest these here, these have rested, so start moving them also north. Let's try to get rid of the bomber here. Good. should help things a bit for us here, and we can also now start moving these north. The river crossing this time, leaving probably this to guard, so that we do not have the same problem again. Good. Not very effective attacks. So let's try to get rid of the other bomber here too. Try also some more air combat. Good. And here we are able to move more resources in. Can take the, at least almost can take the altar, because the river crossing slows us down. Get rid of that. Looks good. Let's see, here we also can move more troops to there. Always like the noise with the artillery. And move this in and rest them. And conclude turn. Let's see if we can get rid of the flying monkeys finally. They are surprisingly strong. This is down to 5, so let's rest. These should also rest. Let's move them up here. Found Amulet of Resistance, good. So we are still trying to deal with the same unit. They keep running away, but let's move. Good. Then we have that there, and this should be able to attack. So. Good. Enemy offers to surrender. Yes, please. Certainly, considering the complexity and length of the battle, we certainly accept their surrender. A company of heavy cavalry meets you in the battlefield with words of encouragement and praise from the Council of 5. They join your army and contribute 100 gold to your cause. Some is spent on research. Good. And now we have even better, like Silver Dragon for Sky Hunter. which probably costs again huge amount of money to upgrade. Now we can already attack also the Shadow Wizard's castle proper, or go for these two to make this easier, which is probably preferable still, because this will be really hard if you go here directly. I believe computer gets less troops here if you take the time to also do one of these two. So let's see about in what kind of state we are research wise. We are gradually getting more units researched, and have 65 gold, may buy 4 units. And we do still have, like, unfortunately these are volunteers, so they may not upgrade, but we do still have alright-ish situation. We should upgrade possibly one of those with experience, preferably, as we see here. These have even 2, which improves the statistics materially, as we can see, like a couple of points better statistics for the more experienced troops. So we should mostly upgrade the more experienced ones, like here. So let's upgrade these to pikemen. And with 47 gold we most probably should again buy a couple of these, and possibly invest in 1 unit of cavalry, and not quite enough to upgrade more to chariots, but these also have pretty good statistics with experience. So we could now go for another battle still, or stop here with an hour. So considering, let's do another one. So let's still I'll try to do one battle. So let's see, first save again, maybe reusing now the slot from the beginning, or we still have. So let's save here, and does the viewer have a vote on, do we go to Rolmia in the south or the Sundered Plains in the middle before going for the Shadow Wizard's castle proper, probably in the next stream. Apparently no vote from the viewer in this case, so I think I'm not sure if I've ever done the south one. So let's see what we find in Rolmia. The Council of Five has cried a large build-up of Aelcar's forces around Diamond Spur and Silver Falls, which appear to be fortifying those positions for heavy defense. If those villages remain in Aelcar's hands, any assault on his castle will be doomed to failure. We could still go there, but this is like apparently also from the earlier. So let's again 2 deployment points. And here we also have at least. So we need to take Silver Falls, which is nicely in. Like, yes, welcome to the river crossings. Yay. And then we have the Diamond Spur, which has a road from the shrine, so that will be easier to move to, at least from like using the road from here. So again, actually going to Thunder Ridge is kind of, we can move to Diamond Spur from north, so it's kind of useful. With also one of this one's favorite place names ever here, the Circle of Hammerstone, which is quite nice sounding. So we should put some troops here to be able to move in. And here we have no road, but let's put an archer to both. And let's put more cavalry here, because here we have the road, which provides us with a mobility advantage. And let's not put anyone on the mountain proper, because that takes a lot of time to get out of. And do think we'll put the artillery here, so let's get artillery to the front and conclude deployment. So let's scout and start moving out. The mountains are kind of an issue to move with, so alright, and let's also start moving out here. Here we at least have the road, so we can go a bit faster once we get troops to connect with the road. Nothing else to move, so let's conclude turn. And the whirlwind. Alright, so got rid of those at least, and can start moving in a bit more. Let's rest the dragon. These are already broken, so should be pretty easy target. Let's shoot at them easy. Good. And again we fight the flying monkeys. They are surprisingly powerful, have to admit. But they have nice bat wings, so not a surprise altogether. again the river crossings galore here. Fortunately there's at least the road to help a little. Conclude turn. And the whirlwind. Shadow Wizard really likes that. Very good. These should most probably move out to rest. We can go for spellcasters with some of the troops. Good, and we can move the and shoot too. And these should most probably move to rest. We moved everything. Ah, the dragon is still, so let's attack. And conclude turn. And whirlwind. The flying monkeys are surprisingly powerful. We need to maybe invest in silver dragons in the future. Then we have the mountains to get around. The terrain is rugged, but it is at least quicker than going through the road all the way. And rest these. Let's move and shoot. These should most probably rest and rest. Alright, anything else to move? No. So let's conclude turn. And whirlwind. It's kind of the bane of air units. Fortunately the flying monkeys at least take damage in a ground attack roll, because it seems to be surprisingly difficult to deal with the monkeys. The rock terrain still is slowing us down, but at least we can gradually move further. Good, and then we can, like, ever so slowly inch towards the village here. rest these and try to move forward at least a bit. And rest. These can't actually gain anything by rest, so let's move them here and conclude turn. Resisted. Mostly no effect on the attacks, so that's again good. And now we can finally move to hopefully take this soonish. You glimpse shadowy figures dodging between the broken megaliths of the circle. Moments later they break into the open with cries of help and roars of anger. Alright, we had both volunteer and the ogres. Alright, we can at least deal with that, certainly. And use of artillery also. Good. 70 gold. That's also very nice. Alright, have we moved everything? Yes. Conclude turn. And whirlwind. All the attackers took damage, so that's alright-ish. Very good. These should most probably move to rest. Anything else to move? These are not very useful to move. More use to move them here. Conclude turn. Weakness, alright. don't like this here too much. This can now rest. Also move this to attack the archer. Need to make sure the archer doesn't get down. We should also try to move towards Silver Falls by now. These should rest. And now we can use the road to go towards Silver Falls quicker. Rest and rest. And conclude turn. And we still have to deal with the archer here. Good, now that won't trouble us later. And move towards Silver Falls here. Rest here. Keep on moving. Alright. Also these would be nice to rest, but they are next to these, so let's just move them for now. Good. Now we can take the diamond spur more reliably. And keep moving south, because now we have Silver Falls to take. And conclude turn. At least we can shoot at the flying monkeys with the archers and artillery. Annoying things. And this can rest now, good. To also rest here. These can also rest. These can rest. And let's try to get rid of the flying monkeys. Good. And conclude turn. should be done with soon, as soon as we can reduce this down. Let's see if we can shoot the dude. That was effective shot. So we can move in. Offer to surrender. Let's take that. 100 gold. And now we also have the funny armored things, and again even better dragons. And now we have only the final battle to deal with, so let's see in what shape. May buy 2 units and we have 100 gold, so it's pretty good situation also for unit buying. So let's save over the earlier 2 ways, because we are in pretty good shape here. And there we go, having saved. And now next stream Aelcar the Shadow Wizard is going to meet hopefully his end in the very elegant forepaws of the skunk. But until then, now having done two major battles for this island pretty successfully in this, I'm going to call this one and conclude the stream. So thank you for watching, and we will see next time on Wednesday with the modern game, continuing the Diablo 3 playthrough with the maned wolf. So see you then, and thank you for watching once again.